Hello everyone, it's Vinny back again with another video. We are here to help you become your best self. I give this information away for free every single week, so if you do like the video, please do subscribe and like the video down below. This can really help me reach a much wider audience, and we can build a community of people all supporting each other to become their best selves. So in today's video, we're going to talk about coping with loss, or at least 3 tools which I found very helpful when coping with losses myself. Now, the first thing that I want to get out of the way as quickly as possible is to seek professional help if you really think that you need it. Once you accept your loss, you can begin to move on, and I say move on because I don't think you ever really get over it. Personally, if you ask me, I don't even want to get over it. I want to continue to experience sadness when I think about the loss of a person. It keeps their memory alive. And not only that, but it is actually perfectly normal to be upset about losing someone. That is an appropriate time to be sad. Losing someone can be extremely tragic, especially if it's very unexpected. There is no weakness in enlisting professional help when losing someone. It can be very difficult to deal with and start to seep into other parts of your life. However, the grief from loss does have its place, but it really should stay there. It shouldn't be brought into the rest of your life. I know it's a bit of an old cliche, but misery does love company. Those negative spirals can be incredibly detrimental to your mental health. By all means, explore your loss thoroughly, but don't ever let it beat you. I'm here on my channel for anyone that feels that they need help with this, and I'm sure that if you were to leave something in the comments, there would be other members of this community that would be willing to help as well. However, I am not a professional doctor. I can't provide the same things that they can. I can just give you the things that I have used to beat these kind of things in the past. Please, if you really need professional help, speak to your GP. The second thing is to find your support network. Now, this is somewhere where I can definitely help a little bit more. If you already know that you're not suffering from mental health problems, but you are still struggling with the loss of a person, this channel can be a part of your support network as much as you need it to be. The whole goal of the channel in the first place was so people could feel free to leave things that they were thinking about or negative problems that they were having in the comments, and I can speak to you directly, and I'm sure that other people will also want to chime in. Of course, that can be quite anonymous. If that is what you're after, that's perfectly fine, but then a lot of people would prefer to have something a bit more face-to-face. There are far more personalised versions of this type of support group if you need it. I'm sure that thanks to the current global situation, there are probably a lot of support groups that are available online that meet via video chat now. That means it's far easier to make appointments for this type of thing, and you can speak face to face with people from the comfort of your own home. Once everything has changed and we start to go back to normal, I'm sure that they will have these types of things in congregations like they used to. If you are struggling to find one, you could always speak to your GP or just have a look on the NHS website. That is, of course, if you find that this type of format will be useful for you. On top of that, it could make some really positive changes in your life around the peripheries of that. You might make a new friend. There could be someone local to you that you could go and meet up with on a regular basis, and then you understand each other's problems going into the fray. That can give you something to get excited about, which will in turn motivate you to come out of your slump. I have talked about this previously in a Monday motivation video, which I will link in the description below. I will also link my first video in the description below, which was how to be your best self in 2021. I think there's some good information in there that will help you get re-motivated and be your best self this year. The third thing is super important. Please don't turn to substances to do the heavy lifting for you. Myself, I am a serial addiction artist. I run with addictions so hard and so fast. Or at least I have been in the past. I've moved past that now, but I do still have the personality traits, and I'm aware that I can fall back into that kind of personality again. You don't need to add the feeling of dread when you wake up, the anxiety of not knowing where your next hit's gonna come from, or the anger from the addiction consuming you. They don't need to be added to your list of problems when you've just lost someone. I know these feelings all too well myself. I am obsessive. I get very switched on to things very quickly, and then just as quickly I will move on to something else, which is contradictory, I know. But I am aware just how chaotic it can feel. So my point is, I've had a lot of experience with this type of thing, and I cannot stress enough how much this is really not an answer for your problem. Many of these different substances that you could take will take parts of your personality away that would normally aid you in this type of situation. It can rob you of motivation, alertness. It can fog up your mind dramatically. You can even wind up feeling tired all the time, or forgetting your standard everyday functions like drinking enough water, which can make it worse. As I said previously, there is a place for your grief, for you to explore it, but make sure that it stays there. The rest of the time, at least humour me a bit here and try doing the stereotypically healthy things. It doesn't have to start big. Exercising regularly 4 times a week can bring up your energy levels, bring up your mood. It can support your brain function. Proper hydration will dampen that brain fog. That in turn can aid you in your sleep. Circadian rhythm, if you go to bed at the same time every night, wake up at the same time every morning, you will start to be able to sleep better. You don't have to believe me on this. I want you to just try it yourself and be thorough with this. Like, carry on even if you feel like you can't be bothered to. I have videos to help you with this. Exercise, sleep, hydration. I'll link them all in the description. Most of all, I really want you to come away from this video and feel like you have something new that you can use. Main thing is just to accept what has happened as part of life, embrace it, and try to move past it. Don't let it define or label you, and don't throw labels at it yourself either. Labeling yourself with things like depression, anxiety can actually worsen your situation. Both of those things can become self-fulfilling prophecies. Make sure that if you do think you're suffering with your mental health, you speak to a professional first and let them diagnose you. I'm well aware that when you do lose someone and you can start to spiral downwards, that it can become very difficult to stay interested in the things that you're interested in, but I want you to try and find something to get excited about. So that means working on you and moving forward. Go back to the things that you've always been interested in and find a way to develop it to a new level. Or find a way to implement it in a different area of your life. As I say, your grief has a certain place in your life and it's good to explore it, but it might help you if you make that a physical item. So by that, what I mean is try writing it down. Try journaling your feelings about that. Put it in a laptop, put it in a book, and then close it and move away from it. And immediately after doing that, bring yourself back up by rewarding yourself. Remember that the life experience isn't about the end goal. It isn't about reaching the end goal. It's about the journey to get there. And I can't stress enough, I have already said so, but this community are a community of people that would want to help you. And I also want to help you. So if there is something that I can do for you, please speak about it in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, comment on the video. It all helps me get a much better outreach to more people so I can bring this type of video to them as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.